Hello and welcome to Nick's Maths, Term 3, Week 7, Lesson 28, Lattice Multiplication. Lattice multiplication is also known as the Italian method, or Chinese lattice, or gelosia multiplication, or sieve multiplication, or shabak, or diagonal or Venetian squares. It is a method of multiplication that uses a lattice to multiply two multi-digit numbers. It is mathematically identical to the more commonly used long multiplication algorithm, but it breaks the process into smaller steps, which some students find easier to use. The mathematician and educator David Eugene Smith asserted that lattice multiplication was brought to Italy from the Middle East. This idea is reinforced by noting that the Arabic term for the method, shabak, has the same meaning as the Italian term for the method, gelosia, which translated means the metal grill over a window. So, now you've had the history lesson, what's our learning intention for today? We are learning to use the lattice method to help us with multi-digit multiplication. And we'll be able to do that if we can recognize and apply your understanding of your basic facts or times tables. If you can see that breaking numbers into smaller groups helps with solving problems. And if you can apply and understand place value and recognize its relationship with multiplication. Likely difficulties. Working in a diagonal poses problems for students as they are likely to place digits into the wrong cell. Understanding your basic facts is essential for working with lattice multiplication. We're asking students to deal with two-digit multiplication. And students may be used to horizontal or vertical representations of algorithms, and so this foreign method might not resonate at all. You will need a pencil, a rubber, a ruler, sheets of paper, texters, or colored pencils. I always say texters or colored pencils because to get the method into your head, it's really good to use different colors for different parts of the exercise. The maths language that you'll be using today, lattice, a square frame that holds diagonal cells. Multiplication, the process or skill of multiplying. Division, splitting a quantity into smaller groups. Factor, the numbers that go toward making a product. Product, the answer or the outcome. Shabak, the Arabic name for lattice multiplication. Gelosia, the Italian name for lattice multiplication. Now, watch the attached video and that gives you a good example of how lattice multiplication came about. Once you've done that, you can look at my video and stop and start it where you like to assist you with the process. Now, go through the following 10 equations and use the lattice multiplication method to get the answers. The equations are 4 times 34, 24 times 21, 34 times 56, 51 times 54, 63 times 21, 22 times 14, 65 times 45, 23 times 55, 66 times 22, and 44 times 32. Now I'm going to show you an example now. So take your blank paper and draw a square. Like this. Then write your numbers. So we'll do 65 times 45 and represent it like that. 65 times 45. And then break your square into 4 like a window. Now break those cells diagonally across, and I'll show you this just in case you get confused. So they look like that, and that is our lattice. Now all you have to do is do the sums. 5 times 4 equals 20. So you place the 20 like that. 5 times 5 equals 25. And that will go there. Then you go across. 6 times 4 is 24. And 6 times 5 is 30. Once you've filled your grid, it should look like this. Then we add diagonally. And I'm going to represent that with a blue arrow. So, in the first column, we have 5. In the second column, which goes diagonally, 0 plus 2 plus 0 equals 2. In the third, we have 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 3 is 9. And then the last column is 2. So we align those numbers and we get our answers. 2,925. And that is lattice multiplication, or Shabak, at work. Once you've done these equations, ask yourselves these reflective questions. Do you understand the relationship between a vertical algorithm and the lattice method? Explain. What was the best way for you to understand these different rules? Tell me why. Do you think the history or origin of mathematics is interesting? Why do you think we've gone and looked at something from the past and applied it today? What are some of the difficulties that you faced as a mathematician? And once you've done that, please send annotated photos uploaded through Compass. If this is too difficult, write a response or load a JPEG or a Word document to me directly at my email. If you've got any questions, you can ask me directly in class. If you would like to just do this in class, that's fine as well. Stay safe, take care, and keep on mathemating.